and welcome to Ask Kellie PLL Questions the Answers video. Welcome also back to Kellie TV, and thank you guys so much for all your awesome questions on YouTube and on Twitter. There were so many, I didn't get to all of them, but let's just get on into the video. The first question is from Vladimir, who asks, do you think PLL will continue with the supernatural aspect or forget about it? I'm seriously hoping they forget about it because I freaking hate the supernatural aspect of PLL. I mean, obviously Ravenswood should be a huge clue to them that no one else likes it either. If you do like it, then sorry, not sorry. It drives me nuts, and I hated the episode recently when they were trying to plug that Ouija board movie and they were just talking about all this stupid supernatural stuff with Hannah and Caleb, and I hate it, and I hope it will go away because Caleb is the one who keeps bringing it back. But I mean, there's been a ghost, a child ghost, there's been a lot of it, and I don't like it unless there is a huge explanation for it. They need to kind of let us know because I'm sick of it. Alright, second question comes from Alex Eco, who says, do you feel the Nat Club is relevant? Yes, and you have to hope that everything that's ever been brought up on PLL will somehow be relevant, like when the show wraps. They brought up the Nat Club like so many times that if it's not relevant, I'm seriously going to scream at Marlene King when this show ends, like for good, like for real, like I am, like not lying. But I mean, I don't know what the Nat Club has to do with stuff. It's definitely important. It's, you know, obviously it's the older people in the show. I know that it's going to have some kind of clue, and maybe it was because Allie was involved with older guys. I mean, maybe that's what it is. There's lots of theories to delve into, and I'm not going to expand on all that in this video, but I definitely do think that there is relevance there, and I'm just hoping that maybe we could get some little more pieces to that puzzle pretty soon. Okay, Brookie asks, in the Halloween promo, Spencer says she knows who A is. Why do you think that is, and how does she know? Well, I think they promoted that because they want for people to watch, and they want people to think they're going to find out who A is, which I think is totally not right at all. I think they're kind of stringing people along at this point. Do I think we're going to find out who A is in an off-season episode? No way. But I think that perhaps Spencer is going to be saying that it was Allie because everything points to Allie, like killing Mona, which I also don't think happened. So that is my guess on that, but that there's no way they're going to tell us like who A is or probably give us any relevant pieces to figure out who A is. Okay, AIMM87 or AIM87 says, do you think, actually she had a really long comment which was awesome, but I had to edit it down for this video. The end of it said, do you think diehard fans who pay attention to the show will be disappointed in the end, or do you think they'll shock us and it will all come together? And the reason she asked this, the other part of her question, was that, you know, there's a lot of things that don't really add up that have happened in all the seasons, and is this all going to come together? I really hope so, because there's been several times where I've doubted PLL, and I'm like, this show kind of bothered me because I felt like they were, you know, like the people who wrote the show didn't even know what direction they were going in. Sometimes I think they don't have a plan, but then I'm like, they have to have a plan because they've planted all these different clues, and then things keep reoccurring. So they have to have like a master plan, and they have to know things. So I'm just going to hope that they do, because like, how mad would you guys be? Because I know I would be so crushed if A ends up being somebody like totally obvious and stupid, and they don't wrap up loose ends when the show finally ends. I will be mega mad. Alright, so Vera asks, when did you start watching PLL, and what is the main reason you still watch the show? I started watching PLL in real time when it first aired. I've watched it live every single season. I've like probably had to DVR it a few times. I usually buy it on iTunes so I can rewatch it, but I've been a diehard fan since the very first episode, and I believe I saw like a promo on ABC Family and maybe something like in 17 magazine before it first aired, and I thought it looked super interesting because I love mysteries. So I was so glad I tuned in. There are two reasons I watched. Number one, I want to know who A is. I've invested so much time in it that like I have to know who A is and who's on the A team, etc., and like what happened to everyone. And two, like, I really love the fashion. I really love the people who play the roles of the liars. I love those characters, and I've bought like several of the actual pieces that they've worn on this show because I'm really obsessed with a lot of their fashion, and I just think that it's just a really cool show. It's written well. I'm a big fan. What can I say? All right. Miss Eva James Eva from Twitter wants to know if I think that this shot is Mona, and this is a promo shot for, I think, the Christmas episode. And, well, I mean, Janelle Parrish has said that she's going to be in a lot of flashbacks. So if that's the case, yes, I could totally see her being that person in a flashback scene. I don't think she's still alive, but that would be kind of a cool twist. But, I mean, I really don't think, unless she has a twin, she's still alive, because we totally saw her dead body and her dead face. But that would be interesting. I can't rule anything out in PLL land, but yeah, I think that if it is her, it's like a flashback scene where it was actually her. And Karen Gaffney said, what would you do if A was after you? Well, first of all, if I couldn't tell the police in my town because they were crooked, I would go to the state police, which you've never seen them do. I would hire a private detective. I would do whatever I could do to not live and, you know, being tormented every day of my life, because they've lived with this for years and it's just kind of ridiculous to me. But obviously if they did that, there would be no more show. So I just think it's kind of silly and non-realistic when you think about it sometimes. But there's people out there who could help them outside of their town, but they only look inside their little town, so they never get anywhere. So that's what I would do. Okay, so that is all the time I had for these questions. Now, some of you had questions that were all really good and I didn't have time to answer them. So what I thought I would do is, if you want me to do a part 2 of my Ask Kellie answers for PLL questions, just thumbs up this video. So if we can get to 100 likes, then I will do a part 2. And also, if you want to ask me new questions, even if you've asked before, please do that down below. Also, you can tweet me with the hashtag AskKellie on Twitter. Feel free to do it even if you've asked me a billion questions before. So I would love to do this video. Let's get this video to 100 likes, and subscribe, because I do every PLL show review. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Kellie TV, and I will see you next time.